name's Andre Fili. I'm fighting out of Sacramento, California, representing Team Alpha Male.
Ricky the Real Deal Wallace from Las Vegas, Nevada.
To describe my fighting style, I would say aggressive and exciting, and always looking to finish.
Well, describe my fighting style, well-rounded, mixed martial art. I've been doing it for a little over 8 years, so I'm comfortable wherever the fight goes.
My game plan is just stay smart and aggressive, and wherever the fight goes, make the right decisions. As far as predictions for the fight, I like to finish fights, and so does he. So I think the fans are going to get a good fight, and I'm going to come out on top.
I noticed his other fights, he's in very good condition. He's in good condition, so I just push my cardio more than usual because I know it's going to be a high-paced fight.
Ricky Wallace, 11-3, fighting out of Honolulu, Hawaii. He trains at the Icon Fitness MMA gym in Honolulu. He has 14 fights in his pro career, and he's lost 3 times, but has never been finished. The last time he was unable to finish the fight himself was 3 years ago. He will try to stop Fili tonight. He's durable, and he usually finishes his opponent, so I think we're going to see some action here.
I mean, Ricky Wallace definitely has the power and the boxing ability that you traditionally associate with Hawaiian mixed martial arts fighters, but he's spent time in Vegas. He's worked at Cobra Kai, spent a lot of time with guys like Ulysses Gomez and others, improving his ground game. And as a result of that, in his last outings, he's actually been much more aggressive and much more adept at finishing foes on the ground. So even though early on I would have considered Ricky Wallace more of a Hawaiian stereotype, the kind of just scrap Barada that we saw for years, because he's picked up, gone to Vegas, and really worked diligently on his ground game, not only have you seen the general mixed martial arts results improve, but you've actually seen firm proof of him tapping guys on the ground, dedicating himself to that. So what I really like about this fight, as mentioned, one of the reasons that I think this might be the most entertaining fight on the entire card is the fact that even though you can highlight certain things about these individual guys' games, they are just well-rounded, exciting featherweights who could have an up-down drag-em-out brawl.
Andre Fili, 9-1, fighting out of Sacramento, California. Why Sacramento? Because that's where Team Alpha Male is. And he joins us tonight riding a 5-fight win streak. He has submissions and strikes to complement his Team Alpha Male wrestling base. 7 of his 9 wins have come by way of submission or knockout. Featherweights tend to deliver. I think we're going to see a pretty fantastic fight. We talk about the durability of Wallace, and we talk about the finishing power of Wallace, but Fili also a guy that can put away an opponent inside the
I mean,
distance.
I would never try to portray these guys as mirror images of one another. They're different fighters, but like we said previously, in the broad strokes, they're very similar. They're dynamic, go-forward fighters who are well-rounded, who can finish in different positions. Plain and simple, they're mixed martial artists in a very pure sense. Andre Fili, however, like Ricky Wallace, they share something else in common. Ricky Wallace decided, I want to be a better MMA fighter. I want to be a serious high-level featherweight. I'm going to go to Vegas and up my game. Andre Fili had a couple fights, was promising, but realized he needed to take it to the next level. He saw himself as sort of an immature kid getting into trouble. Packing up and going to Alpha Male and training in Sacramento was huge for him. He self-describes his hometown, Placerville, as a meth town. When he started training at Alpha Male, he had an ankle monitor on because he was on probation. He's changed his life since, racked up a 9-1 record. These are very entertaining 145-pounder should produce a pretty entertaining bout of fisticuffs.
Fili, a young kid and 22 years of age. Looking at the tail of the tape there, we saw it. Let's go up to Joe Martinez and get our official introductions.
And we are set to go, ladies and gentlemen. This next bout is scheduled for 3 rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 8 inches tall. Official weight 144.5 pounds. As a professional, he brings an outstanding record consisting of 11 victories and 3 defeats. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, here is Ricky, the Real Deal Wallace. And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner. Also a mixed martial artist, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. Weighing in officially 145.5 pounds. This young man brings 9 victories with just 1 defeat in his career. Hailing from fighting out of Sacramento, California, here is Andre the Fury Fili. Referee in charge, Marcos Rosales.
Just what we want to hear.
Marcos Rosales getting the assignment in this featherweight attraction. Tachi Palace Fights 14 validation. TJ DeSantis, Javier Showtime Vasquez, and the mastermind Jordan Breen cage side in Lemoore. Fili in the yellow trunks.
Good right hand.
You see immediately what kind of fighters these two are.
They both look to be in fantastic condition, huh? Oh.
Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Both
Wallace
of these men are going to do everything they
Wallace
can to not
is
see
finding
the
a home for the right hand. Oh boy, Fili's landing. Wow, they are winging him. Oh my
right
God.
hand by Wallace.
I don't know if it was his mouthpiece or his tooth.
His mouth guard is there. Rosales has picked it up. No tooth appears to be therein.
Fili with an
nice
elbow on the
elbow.
inside.
Both these guys look really fast, really athletic, very sharp, crisp striking.
Sharp and crisp are exactly the words to describe it through 40 seconds. Guys throwing big punches, but throwing big straight punches.
He's going to stand up.
Wallace is able to stand back up. Pretty impressive there.
Wallace has a cut, though.
Little timeout here to get the mouthpiece back in.
And to be fair to Rosales, who we've been hard on tonight, that was probably the best point for them to take it.
Good little water from the California kid, Uriah Faber. Oh, and he fumbled it. We're good.
Good
Back
moment for
underway.
Ricky Wallace, though. Brief moment to recover.
Oh, nice little uppercut there by Fili.
Fili striking in between, in the pocket is fantastic.
Wallace is a much more seasoned boxer in terms of how long he's been in the gym, but you can see Fili just understands how to move and counter.
Yes. Wallace is landing clean shots, but Fili's finding the shots from the weirdest angles, you know what I mean? That's the difference. Wallace's strikes are short, they're precise, they're hard, but they're fundamental. Oh, there's another hard shot. Good knee.
Fili gets a takedown, though.
Fantastic fight so far. Both these guys look great.
Fili also smart in getting the takedown right in his corner directly in front of Fabio Prado and Uriah Faber.
Wallace works a half butterfly here.
Wallace working his way back up. Beautiful
Nice
job.
little uppercut.
The right uppercut for Fili, I think, has been the story of the fight. That's the fight, or that, excuse me, is the punch that when Wallace fades in, he
another
really
right hand.
lands heavy.
Wallace's right hand is landing over and over again. Fili's doing a great job of countering the shot here.
Just over the
All right,
2-minute mark into this
takedown.
fight, and we've seen everything. Now Wallace gets a takedown.
Fili's pushing his head away. Something I like to do from there if I was Wallace is kind of shimmy your shoulders up to climb up the body. It kind of neutralizes the hand pushing on your head. Oh, I hate this position right here where Wallace is with his head pinned down to the ground. He can't climb. Fili's in a good spot. The second he releases his legs, he's going to look to pop up to his feet. He's going to wait for it. He let go. Wallace got his head free. He's going to pull him off the fence. Fili's going to look to stand up in the transition.
Featherweight's in the cage. Andre Fili on the bottom. Ricky Wallace on top.
Good patience from Fili, too. I mean, at this point in time, even though he's got hit with some hard shots in his own right, he's landed the cleaner, harder shots in the stand-up. This is still his round.
Oh, nice job.
Fili able to get back to his feet here.
Fili did a nice job of kind of tilting him off to the side, getting him off balance and switching his hips and standing up.
Short little knee on the exit by Fili. Spinning back kick there by
Wallace seems to slow down just a little bit. The punches don't seem as crisp. Fili trying to set it up. Now he's trying to dictate with his jab. He's trying to establish his jab to keep Wallace at range, which is probably a pretty smart thing to do.
Wallace got to be careful with those back attacks. He's telegraphed almost all of them, and that was the first time Fili almost capitalized.
Wallace is really starting to spout blood now from the nose and the cheek area.
Oh, good knee.
Very
Good
nice knee by Fili. Wallace is in trouble here. Able to recover for the time being.
And this is what's interesting with Andre Fili. This guy's a dynamic striker. His first 3 fights, pretty much, he blitzed guys in like 90 seconds or less. But you're seeing now how he can really be patient and put these kinds of strikes together to mash and maul the face of a presumably better boxer.
Fili with another takedown.
If you'd asked me before this fight, who's the more, who's going to be the better boxer? Both of these guys were going to land strikes, but you would expect it would be the role reversal.
Fili dictating the fight with his jab, then set up a takedown with the jab. Got right underneath Wallace, took him down. He's landing some hard ground and pound now.
Fili with 35 seconds left, trying to put this thing away in the first frame.
Boy.
Nice little under the arm punch.
Boy.
Marcos Rosales right on top of things.
Sure isn't over. Sure is a fight with Marcos Rosales.
Left hand after left hand to Wallace's
face. It would
face.
normally be over. Fili going to town on Wallace's head. Watch the knees.
Very nice.
Good timing on that knee. Oh, Wallace is done. Wallace is done.
Oh,
it's over.
This should be stopped. This should be stopped. More damage. Oh, a nice knee.
Hey.
Marcos Rosales looks like a deer in the headlights. He doesn't know what to do here.
He should stop the fight.
And he made it out of the first round.
He
made it out of the first round.
The corner of Andre Fili just grabbed promoter Richard Goodman and screamed, "What's the referee doing?" Another 10-8 round turned in by not a fighter, but Marcos Rosales.
The look of Marcos Rosales during the final flurry was that of a deer in headlights. I don't know why he's not pulling the trigger.
Rosales is bringing the doctor here. If this doctor, I don't want to, shortchange Ricky Wallace here, but this guy is in trouble right now. I'm curious what the doctor's take is as he looks for damage here.
Marcos Rosales' duties for the rest of the evening need to be reevaluated. Hands down.
This is embarrassing.
They're going to let it go. They're going to let it go.
The damage appears to be superficial. That's good.
It's not superficial at all.
But, well, I mean, he could possibly have a broken left jaw, but
dude,
as long as at least the blood isn't going in his eye.
The damage that was, the way his brain was rattling back and forth in his head is not superficial, my friend.
That's what I was going to add. Unfortunately, because of this, when he gets knocked out in the second round and his head bounces off the canvas, something much more drastic could happen.
Wallace is going to continue to fight.
They should stop this fight. If anybody has any, no offense to anybody, I have a brain, they should stop this fight. You're putting the guy's life in danger right now because of the way he ended the round.
Marcos Rosales needs to pull the trigger.
Find another job.
It seems that he wants to stop the fight, but he just doesn't, and I'm not sure why.
Because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Awkward conversation there between Marcos Rosales and promoter Richard Goodman. Clearly not exactly happy with the way things are being presided over this evening, and can't say I blame him.
That guy should not be fighting.
You can talk about a bad day at work, but Marcos Rosales is playing with fighters' well-beings here. Round 2 underway.
I mean, it would be courageous and heroic if Ricky Wallace was able to come back. But as soon as this round starts, you can already see how confident Fili is and the fact he's landing punches again.
It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter how hard Wallace is fighting. If he comes back and wins, that's a tremendous comeback.
Yeah, that's what you want to do, back in.
Fili definitely confident here to start the middle period.
Do that again.
And you're feeling all kinds of strikes from Fili now. A left hook drifting off to the side, jabbing on his way out.
Wallace can't figure out the range. Fili's doing a great job of managing distance with his jab.
Fili's probably going to turn on the ground and pound here, and if there's any mercy, this might be over. I mean, Wallace looks absolutely exhausted on the bottom.
Get that side, lock up position.
Credit to Wallace for continuing, but honestly, he really shouldn't have had the option.
No one's questioning this man's heart, only Marcos Rosales' refereeing ability.
Fili on top here, maybe looking for a leg submission. He decides to stand back up.
Oh, good right hand by Fili.
Fili can really stand back and counter here. Wallace still is coming forward, but he's missing with almost everything, and Fili's able to capitalize on it when he does counter.
Wallace keeps pushing forward and fighting, doing a great job.
Back up right now.
Gets
a takedown by Wallace.
But here we go again. Fili stuffing the head of Wallace. He's going to get up on his right hand right here. Fili is, and he's going to eventually start to get up to his feet. There he comes. There he goes, getting up to his right hand, putting his back to the fence, and slowly he'll start to work his way back up.
Get out of there now.
I'm wondering the mental state
of
Andre Fili.
He's mounted right now. Fili's mounted.
You know, he's in a little bit of trouble here. He spins, still Wallace able to stay on top, but ultimately goes to his back. Andre Fili's got to be feeling like, what do I have to do to get a stoppage here? And maybe that's slowed him a little bit.
He's got to submit him.
This is getting to a Nogueira Ensign Inoue type thing where you might want to think about the most humane way to finish your opponent, since the referee is obviously not doing you any services.
But that's not Fili's job to decide.
It's not, and it shouldn't have to be. And
nice little right hand there by Fili. Wallace back to his feet.
Ooh, hard right hand.
The sitting cage side, you almost grimace seeing Wallace get back to his feet. Marked up,
body.
Still continuing.
Wallace going to the body now.
Oh, right hand. That hurt him.
Of course
he's wobbly. He's all over the place.
It hurt him just like the last 60 have hurt him.
I wouldn't be surprised if Wallace doesn't remember any of this.
And that's scary. That's a scary thought.
I guarantee you he's seeing flashes here and there. He might remember flashes here and there, but he doesn't remember half of what he's doing. I guarantee it.
Just a little over 2 minutes remaining in this middle period. Featherweights in the cage. Andre Fili on top of Ricky Wallace. TJ DeSantis alongside Jordan Breen, Javier Vasquez, cage side in Lemoore, California. Tachi Palace Fights 14. Validation 2 title fights still yet to go tonight here in Lemoore.
Been impressed with Andre Fili's patience so far, but this is the time where you just got to put a wounded animal out of its misery. You're dominating the best fighter you've ever faced in mixed martial arts.
Triangle. It's on. Let's see. Oh, Wallace doing a very nice job to counter. He got out and then put himself right back in. He's going to get out of this for sure.
Can he try to switch
to
an armbar here?
He's going to get switched to the arm. Good job. Good job by Wallace countering the triangle. I thought he had him there for a split second. Fili's now on the bottom. He should really be continuing to push the pace and working his way up. He shouldn't be taking this time to rest right now because he's letting Wallace get back in the fight.
Hammer fist by Wallace.
Who knows? Marcos Rosales might decide that it's enough for Fili. You know, you never know what this guy's going to do.
Well, he had a talking to by Richard Goodman. It would be a shame that...
Going to the arm lock now. Wallace seems to be okay.
Can try to hyperextend
he's starting to straighten it now. He's in trouble
belly
now.
out.
Oh, that thing is straight.
He broke it up.
He didn't tap.
He didn't tap. He didn't tap. Oh, he stopped it. Wallace still wants to continue.
Yet another gem for Marcos Rosales.
Man, what is this guy doing?
He is now 0 for 4 on the night.
I got to see if he tapped or not.
This is honestly, in 13 years of watching mixed martial arts, one of the most embarrassing single displays I've seen from one official on one night.
This is a little absurd. Andre Fili victorious via submission. A submission that more than likely didn't happen. I didn't see it from our angle.
I gotta see. The arm was definitely straight.
I mean, this looks like an armbar that's going to end a fight. But again, you let fighters decide.
The only saving grace,
Let me see if he taps. I'm trying to see if he taps.
The only saving grace,
he's grabbing.
Maybe Wallace said something.
No, he's grabbing the leg. Unless he said tap. Nope.
You see Wallace trying to put his arm back in there. Go, no, let's go. Let's continue. You let me get through the first round. Let me get through this armbar. A tough loss for Ricky Wallace, a tougher night for Marcos Rosales. Andre Fili victorious via second round submission armbar. Gets the job done.
Marcos Rosales is telling ring announcer Joe Martinez that Wallace tapped, that he firmly tapped once. Unfortunately, you tap 3 times to tap out in mixed martial arts. I understand you're trying to save a guy, but what happened to Marcos Rosales? You mean to tell me this guy lets someone take 100 extra punches, but a guy taps a guy once and the fight's over? Give me a break.
Marcos Rosales might want to leave to the venue tonight.
Marcos Rosales is going to have a Snickers commercial. This homie wants to get away, or at least should. Perhaps to another state, perhaps to another place without mixed martial arts.
I don't know how you file a complaint against the referee. I don't know how much footage you need to see, but this is ridiculous. And I get upset. I get extremely upset because that could be me in there. That could have been one of my friends in there. It could have been one of my students. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's not for me, but it could have been me or a friend of mine or somebody I know.
Let's go up to Joe Martinez and get the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 4 minutes, 8 seconds. Round number 2, submission by armbar. Your winner from Sacramento, Andre the Fury Fili.
Andre Fili victorious.
How about a big hand for the real deal, Ricky Wallace? What a warrior, ladies and gentlemen.
Round of applause for Ricky Wallace, a game fighter, went through a ton of adversity in that fight to keep fighting, and probably should have been stopped earlier, and when it was stopped, shouldn't have been stopped.
Marcos Rosales owes that man a fruit basket.
Multiple fruit baskets.
Well, he owes multiple people multiple fruit baskets, I think. He hasn't exactly done the greatest job tonight. He might want to go rob a produce store and put those together.
Andre Fili gets the job tonight. He gets it done and looks sterling doing it. Really an impressive performance.
This sucks because this has happened multiple times.